it's all buttoned up. Now all it's got to do is go back into the machine, and we can go ahead and give her a fire up and see if she's going to start. Okay guys, so I got the motor pretty close to being in. Everything's mounted up. But what I did notice, and what sucks about buying used quads off of people, is you're always missing parts somewhere. I did notice there's supposed to be an engine mount right here. Bolts up top here, comes down here. It's not there. Luckily, I jumped on eBay, got the whole setup with bolts and everything used for 14 bucks. So that's cool, but I mean, I don't know why the hell people would pull shit like that off. But then again, I wouldn't know why people would leave the valve cover off and let the whole thing get dirty, lose the bolts up top. I know I'm missing a couple of hoses. I got a couple more parts coming in, but she's coming right along. We're going to keep going at it. Alright, mailman got here today, guys. Got me some goodies. So what I went ahead and ordered for the 450 is this Lex MX exhaust. It's a slip-on. So came with this, brackets, and this pipe here. I don't know why the hell you would stick a sticker to the pipe there that doesn't come off easily. Whatever, I guess it'll burn off. So there it is. I also got another one for the Raptor I'm building, the Raptor 660, if you're following that build. Got me another kit exactly like this one, but fits the Raptor 660. So also what came in, I got these bolts here that are supposed to go to the side of the motor, which of course they're not going to match at all. All I could find was the blue ones when I have a red quad, but I needed them, so I got them. So I guess I'll scuff them up and paint them and put them on. I have one red one, but I didn't have the big one because some bonehead took them off and they weren't there. And when you're ordering them, all I had was blue, unless you want to wait from China again, which I already waited once and they sent me the wrong size. So this will work just fine. That's actually the one I want. So if anything, I'll sand it, or maybe leave it blue, or whatever. It don't matter. It's on there. So air filter. Most of the stuff come in. I did get a lot of stuff in, which are over there. I got the sprocket chain, all that stuff, rear brake, and ordered this piece for the 660. You'll see that later on the Raptor if you want to watch the Raptor. We're working on the 450, so go ahead and slap this bad boy on. Still in the middle of putting her together. She's having a little bit of problems. There's plastics. Raptor frame. Slapped the motor in, as you can see. Went in really easy, nice. Like I said, it's completely lower, upper rebuild. Got that on video. When I pushed her back in the garage here and I looked, noticed the damn handlebars were sitting all like big time. So the whole steering stem right there was completely tweaked. I mean, it was off like an inch. I don't know how the hell I didn't notice it, but that thing's 300 bucks. All I could find was $300 ones, which are almost just like this one, which that's a nice one, but I'm not spending $300 on the steering stem. So I've seen used ones that are bent on eBay that were still 100, 150 bucks. So I went ahead and took that out. I got a buddy in town that I used to work for a machine shop, and in the machine shop they used to have this bender that would take in pretty much, it's a press, but you can move and press, and it'll dial in an unbend shaft is what it's for. So same thing. So I dropped it off for him today. He's gonna go ahead and see if he can straighten that out for me. I'll get in a couple more days. We'll see what's up. That's where that blue bolt goes. Yeah, it don't match at all, but red one did. The other one was for a newer Yfz 450. It didn't fit. So slap the blue one in there. I might paint it black, do whatever. Got it done. We'll start putting this thing together. She's almost ready to fire up, so I was just waiting for that piece. Got to get a gas tank hose. So I mean, we're almost there. So I guess we'll see what kind of how good of a job I did on that motor. Being my first time rebuilding top to bottom a 450 motor. So stay tuned, guys. Just keep kicking them out to you. Moving right along on this thing. Got the carburetor in somewhat. Got the exhaust on. Look how nice that thing looks. Only thing I got left and I'm waiting for, of course, is this dadgum motor mount, which should be in the mail on the way here. So I think I'm going to try to start it without the motor mount. I'm going to hook the rest of this up. I still got to put the air box in, new filter, and all that stuff. So I'm going to work along through that and get everything set, and I guess we'll got new grips on, painted those, painted that. Steering stem's pretty straight now. Had a buddy straighten it. Still got a little lean to the side over here, but it'll do. Just straighten it out. Yeah, it looks good. So moving along. Alright guys, putting this air box in. I got me a new air filter, of course. The bolt that went to the cone that goes inside there, it was missing. Imagine that. As I'm putting this together, I remembered my motor mount's still on its way, so I gotta wait for that to come in, but I think I should be able to fire it without it. Motor mount came in the mail, so I went up and grabbed it and threw it in. There it is now. Right up here. So none of that was here when I got it, so now we got an upper part of the motor being held on. Let's see what else we're missing, but I'm about ready to fire it up. I'm going to put some antifreeze in. Got the oil put in. Okay guys, I'm back. I went ahead and bought a brand new carburetor for it, ordered it up, got it in, put it in. Got my air filter, my air box in. I don't have my battery box, it's on the way, so I couldn't hit the battery up, so I'm going to try to go right straight to the charger just to see if I can attempt to start it. Now, this is where I get nervous because I've never built an upper and lower motor on one of these quads, the 450. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping I did everything right. So I guess we'll find out, and I'm about ready to start it, so I figured I'd film just in case it went kapoof or whatever. So I'm just hoping she starts and works. Let's give her a go, I guess. So far the carburetor is not leaking like it was the old one. What I'll do is probably buy a rebuild kit and rebuild that one and sell it as well. So I just didn't have time. So okay, we got that run on. Turn the battery on, see if it works. We got juice there. Turn the ignition to on, I believe. I'm not sure if this is the on position or not. We'll find out. Okay, here goes nothing. She's trying. need to turn the idle up on her a little bit. Did a little bit of an adjustment to the carb. We're gonna try it again. Alright guys, if there ain't one thing I learned, make sure while you have the whole motor apart, you replace everything, all the seals, all the gaskets, all the shit like that, because I completely rebuilt the bottom end, completely rebuilt the top end, and I have, I'm pretty sure, a bad water impeller or seal around the water impeller area. I got a leak, or it keeps leaking out of my drain hose down here. Antifreeze, so that sucks because I just put a brand new, well, did a complete new oil change on a new antifreeze and all that shit. Now I'm gonna have to drain all that, waste that gasket on the side by pulling it off, so I have to order up a new gasket, order up new seals, and I'm gonna get a water impeller shaft, just to make sure everything in there is good, because I mean that could be the reason why the whole thing is teased in the first place, is they had a bad seal in there, and you know, you got oil in the water or whatever, or water in the oil, and she seized up. Who knows? But I'm gonna make sure I get that done real quick. So gonna be putting it off again. Unfortunately I had to order up the parts, so I gotta wait another however long that takes to get that in. But in the meantime, I'm still waiting on my battery box, so that's okay. So when it comes in, I'll go ahead and throw it in. I'll go ahead and take this all apart. I'm gonna wait till it comes in, the water impeller and the new oil and shit, and I'll go ahead and yank this whole side piece off, replace that water impeller and all the seals and the bearings and all that shit inside there, and then I think maybe we'll have a running quad. Got a couple more parts coming in. Basically, once I get the battery box in, get that water impeller done, then I'll just go ahead and start throwing the plastics on and making sure everything's good there. I got a new chain that came in, so I got to put the new chain on. Then we'll test the clutch and see if it's gonna run. You know, I let it idle for quite a while before I started noticing a lot of leaking down here, so I went ahead and shut her down because I don't want to risk screwing up everything I just got done doing. So we'll wait on that, and well, basically I'm just gonna get some more parts in. I'll start throwing the plastics back on it after that and see. I know there should be some sort of shroud that comes right here that I haven't been able to figure out. I think they ordered an aftermarket set of plastics, which came kind of like this and down, because normally you'll have the shroud that comes all the way up here and connect this way, and then you have your front taking piece and your bottom plastic piece. So I got to figure out what's going on with that, if it's just a shroud that goes here somewhere. I think maybe a bolt here and come down. Hell, I don't know. I'd hate to start ordering shit and they come in and be the wrong ones like I always do. So I'm trying to make sure I get that one right. But anyway, I'm gonna wait and see what happens. Get more parts in. Guys, as I got that shaft back in, it's looking pretty straight, like I said. Well, when I look at the tires, this one's kind of, and this one's kind of kicked in more. Whoever owned this quad didn't know what the hell they were doing with it, period, because apparently they must have changed out some shit in the front end. You got this much of a gap down here, and then that much of a gap down there, which is puny compared to bigger on the other side. So I'm going to do a front end alignment as well on this thing. As you see, I did swap the tires out. These tires are not for this quad. These tires are actually for the Raptor, which is sitting right there, Raptor 660. They're going on it. I'm going to go ahead and order up a new set of rims and tires for this one, but they're going to be the size of the ones on RLT R450. So there'll be a smaller, low profile, more track tire on this machine when we're done. But just got these on for now because I had the paddle tires on it, and it was kind of a little harder to thump, thump, thump. And once I get it running, I'm gonna want to do a test run on it. I can't really do that on dune tires, so I went ahead and did paint up that rear bar. It looks pretty good. Painted black so it matched the front bumper. So we're just gonna wait for some parts, and then we'll get her all done and we'll get her up for sale.